Eric Muathe, Muathe.com with another rethink video. Let's take a look at FIT, which IPO'd about 3 days ago, and today it is up 22%. Just want to take a look and see how we can use the technicals to trade fast moving IPOs. So we see here on day number 3, stock IPO'd at $20, and over the last 3 trading sessions has moved from 20 and made a high of exactly $40. Number one thing to observe here is we have to be very cautious whenever we see a stock make a high for the day at a very obvious round number. So be wary of stocks that make round numbers. In fact, let me just show you one other stock I was observing today that made a high with an exact round number. Just give me a second here. And the stock is NVAX, which today made a multi-year high, and the high for the day was exactly at $10. So it's an old school rule that whenever you see a stock make a intraday high of a very obvious round number, you have to be very cautious. You'd like it to move above round numbers to show that there's a lot of strength. Right now there's a lot of sellers obviously at $10, and it's becoming a little bit of a problem for the stock to move above that. Sometime it can be the Achilles heel for a stock. So again, stock is doing well as an IPO FIT. Problem is right now we are seeing it coming back or coming to a high intraday of $40. Somewhere around here, unless it takes this out, it could very easily be the high for the day. But the purpose of this video is to see how we can trade fast moving IPOs. And if we take a look at them, first and foremost, obviously stocks been trading for just a couple of days. You can see that we don't have any indicators on the monthly. Obviously we don't have any indicators on the weekly either. Obviously we don't have any indicators on the daily, obviously, and we don't have any indicators on the monthly other than the MACD. So we don't have any RSI data right now because the stock doesn't have enough history. We only have the MACD. So for an IPO, you go to the time frame that has fully developed RSI and MACD, and the only one that I could find is on the 5-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart we have fully developed MACDs and RSI. So how do you trade an IPO? You take the time frame that gives you the earliest indicators. In this case it is the 5-minute chart, and you use the same principles as we would use on the monthly. So here we see that the stock broke out after day 1. On day number 2 it gapped up. We see that the RSI jumped to all-time highs. We also see that at that exact time the MACDs also jumped at all-time highs there. In fact, both MACDs jumped at all-time highs during the second day of the stock's trading. So that was definitely an ultimate Muathe breakout. Great. And we can see here that since that move, which corresponds with this RSI move to all-time highs, the stock went on to gap up at about $30. Again, it settled down for about a couple of hours. As you can see here, settled down for a couple of hours, finally broke out again to fresh hourly closing highs. Yes, fresh hourly closing highs. Let me get that right. So right there it broke out to fresh short-term hourly highs and fresh hourly closing highs. That also corresponded with another RSI breakout to all-time highs at that point, which is this period here. It also gave it a chance to move above 69.1 for the first time ever. And there again we saw another ultimate Muathe breakout, which was good for another jump from about $31 to make a high at about $34. Since then the stock has been trading above this level here. We see that today we have another opportunity when the stock gapped up in the morning. RSI moving above 69.1 again. The RSI has remained above 69.1 for the first couple of hours of trading today, which indicates strength. And as long as the RSI is holding above 69.1, the stock has continued to make higher and higher intraday highs. So if you're looking to short an instrument like this one, you're better off waiting for the RSI on the 5-minute chart to to move below 69.1. So again, whenever you're trading an IPO, find the time frame that has fully developed MACDs and RSIs and use the exact same principles as the ultimate Muathe Breakout, and that is how you trade IPOs. So this one has done well because on the time frame that is fully developed, it has been showing RSI and MACDs moving to all-time highs, and also RSI and MACDs jumping above 69.1 during these gap ups for a successful run. So the ultimate Muathe Breakout is still relevant and can be used for short-term trading for IPOs. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. One other observation before I go, so you can still track this on the hourly. You can see that the hourly, once the RSI is fully developed on the hourly, you now move to the hourly to give you the next potential buy point. Once the daily chart is fully developed, then you can find entries based on the daily chart after 2 days of rest, and then also you can eventually go to the weeklies to get a entry level after 2 weeks of rest, and on the monthly at some point it might give you a reason to buy the stock on the monthly after one down month or 1 month of rest. So that's how you trade IPOs. Find the time frame that is fully developed and trade that as if it was the monthly. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. Good luck, peace, and blessings. Woo! E-A-C-S.